I told you I'd be back. I decided to do a bit of research on this website. Apparently, humans really enjoy watching lists. I personally don't see any purpose. All these lists contain useless facts that will mean nothing in the long run. And besides, any list involving fun is normally very boring. Fun is never, ever the same for me as it is for a human. Except for that Charles Manson guy. He knew how to party. Anyway, because I find these lists completely inadequate, I, Bill Cipher, have decided to make my own list. My top 10 of how to have fun. Remember, this is pointless. Everything you watch on this website is pointless, honestly. None of it will do you any good when I come and take over your dimension. Well, if you watch my videos, I suppose you'll know how to please me, so maybe you won't be turned to stone. Maybe I'll just rearrange the function of every hole in your face. That's me being merciful right there. Get used to it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. Messing with good old Sixer. I know what you're thinking, probably because I can see into your mind. Bill, isn't this supposed to be your number 1, or at least closer to that? Why is something like this only number 10? The thing is, as fun as it is, it's not as fun anymore. You see, back when I first started torturing him, it was hilarious. He wouldn't stop obsessing over me and how to defeat me, and how to close the gate between our worlds. Ha! It was great. He couldn't sleep, his eyes started bleeding. It was great. Every second was pure joy. The problem was, when he escaped from the nightmare realm and started training in order to defeat me, he started getting more and more immune to some of my mind games. In fact, when I got to see him again after he went back to the Earth dimension, you know, when he came back to Gravity Falls through the portal, he was so boring. He wasn't scared of anything anymore. Oh, look at me, I'm Sixer. I'm so brave. The only thing that gets to him now is messing with his family. And it's hilarious to do that, but it takes so much more effort. So as fun as it is, it's a bit more boring than it used to be. But it's still pretty fun. That's why I put it at number 10. Silly straws. I know that's not exactly an activity, but I can't help it. Silly straws are great! I know you're probably wondering why an almighty being like me would care about something like this, but it's the one good thing that ever came out of your race. Silly straws. I remember when they were first invented. Everyone was freaking out over them. And I loved it. Every time I drink anything, I want to use a silly straw. There aren't that many in the nightmare realm, but I'm working on it. Anyway, silly straws are great. They're so silly. So, yeah, anything to do with silly straws is probably my number 9. Watching people stress from having a limited amount of time on something. You know, when Ella was a little kid, she used to have a lot of time to tests in her math classes. Multiplication, addition, subtraction, division, and she was always so stressed. Oh no, I won't get done in time. It's great to watch. You want to know why? Because they're so concerned. Concerned about what, you may ask? That they won't finish what they need to do in the time they have allotted to them. What I find funny about this is that they don't realize they have a limited amount of time for everything. From the moment they're conceived, they have a limited amount of time as walking flesh sticks, walking around doing absolutely nothing on this giant ball of dirt and water. Yet they think, maybe I can do something with my life. Life is a very long time. Ha! It's 100 years or more, a little more, if you're lucky. Most people don't make an impact on the Earth. You people know that, right? You know, actually, keep thinking you'll make an impact. It's more funny that way. Anything that has to do with deer teeth. A lot of people have asked me why I seem to be so obsessed with deer teeth. Well, if you people don't know why, I'm not telling you. What I will tell you is that deer teeth can be used for practically anything. You can make lovely decorations out of them, lovely accessories, you can give them to your best friends, you can give them to your worst enemies, you can give them to your best frenemies, you can even make people eat them. That's right, you heard what I said. You can make people eat them. Want to know who I made eat deer teeth once? Stanley. That's right, the little jerk who you all thought killed me. Stanley, under my brilliant influence, ate deer teeth. It was great to watch, you know. Actually, I think that video is up on this website. Maybe this place does have a use after all. Go and watch it. It's hilarious. Making appearances on other people's precious shows. Yeah, sure, my show is over, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing things. Sure, maybe the show isn't all to myself, but I can still show up in other people's universes. I've shown up in that one show everyone won't shut up about with the stupid Szechuan sauce. What was it called again? Mick and Rorty? Oh, wait, Rick and Morty. That's what it was called. I remember when I first appeared on that show. It was only for a little bit, but everyone started freaking out and theorizing this and that. You people, you're overthinking it. Oh, and then there was that one time where, I don't think they aired it, but I'm pretty sure that one kid mentioned it. What were their names? They reminded me a lot of Shooting Star and Pine Tree. That's it, Star and Marco, those were their names. I met them once. I think that Marco kid compared me to a nacho. Ha, ha, ha. I've never heard that before. Driving people slowly insane. Emphasis on that slowly part. You see, it's kinda like a fine wine. You have to use it with age in order to make it perfect. I can't just walk into your mind and make you a complete moron. Well, let me rephrase that. Make you more of a moron than you already are by driving you crazy and just saying, hey, I'm Bill. Bam! You're crazy now. That's not how it works. What you have to do is do specific things that make the mind a bit more susceptible to my influence of craziness. For example, remember all those times where you swore your parents were calling your name, but then they weren't? That's me. That's me there, calling your name in the voice of your parents, just to drive you a little bit crazier. Oh, and remember all those times where you're like, I swear I forgot to bring something, but you brought everything, and then you check about 50 times, and you still think you've forgotten something? That's me, implanting a false memory in your head of you forgetting something. All of these things working together over time are bound to drive someone insane, and then they're more open to my suggestion of, hey, you should be crazy. So there. Things to do with conspiracy theories. You know, I've gotta say I'm impressed. Some humans have gotten really close to figuring out the truth. For example, a lot of people have figured out that the moon landing was a fake. And that is 100% accurate. The moon landing was fake. But did you know the moon is fake? That's right, the moon is just a cardboard cutout. Oh, but there's more. Did you know that George Washington never even crossed the Delaware? In fact, he wasn't even your first president. Your first president was... You know what? I'll let you people figure that out. However, I do have to say, some of your conspiracy theories are way off. For example, a lot of people have theorized that aliens live among us, and that you have to wear these stupid tinfoil hats to protect yourselves. As much as I admire the fashion sense for the tinfoil hats, I've gotta say, you're morons. Seriously, aliens know all about this planet. I've even met a few. One of them was named Zaphod. He was a cool guy. In fact, I think I should call him up after this. Anyway, aliens know all about your stupid planet. They just don't want to go near it. Why? Because you're all idiots. Making deals. You know, I think you should make a deal with me. You wanna know why? Because I can give you anything. Think about it. I gave that kid a great deal. All she has to do is sit back and relax in the nightmare realm while I make her videos. Isn't that great? I can give you even better deals than that. I can give you fame, fortune, actual friends, actual intelligence. I can even cure your crippling depression. All you need to do is shake my hand. Of course, there is a small matter of certain things I'd like in return. But don't you worry about the fine details like that. Just shake my hand. What have you got to lose? Possessing human bodies. You flesh sticks have no idea how great you have it. Of course, it's wonderful being a being of pure energy with no weakness, but physical bodies have their advantages as well. For example, pain. You see, as an energy being, I don't feel pain unless I have a physical body. So the first thing I do whenever I enter a physical body is hurt it. Why? Because the fascination I have with pain is almost unhealthy. Seriously, remember that one time where I took over Pine Tree's body? I slapped myself, and that was great. I also stabbed myself with forks. There are a lot of other things you didn't see me do that were way too dark to be shown on that Disney Channel. Good times. Oh, and there's also those things that you have to do. Eat and drink, I think. Drinking is fun because, well, it's so stupid. In fact, eating is stupid too. One of the best things to do in the human body is see how long the body can last without doing that. The pain also comes back up again when you do that too. See, it's a win-win. Weirdmageddon. Oh man, I remember Weirdmageddon. Everything was going up Bill. Seriously, it was great. I was the supreme ruler. Everyone was having a great time. My minions were having a good time, and so were all the humans. I remember seeing them all run around and having a wonderful time playing tag with my little bats. You know, the ones that turn you into stone? That was fun. I don't know why those Pines jerks had to stop it. Seriously, everyone was really enjoying it. You could tell by the smiles on their faces. Specifically the smiles when they were hiding from my minions. But that just meant they were winning at hide and seek, doesn't it? That was great. I sincerely don't know why everyone was so upset about it. I was just trying to liberate your dimension. Rules are limiting. Why does everything have to be in a specific way? My goal is to make sure that everything is random and weird. So, I hope I can start up Weirdmageddon again. And that's the end of my top 10 list. I hope this filled up a few minutes in your measly lives.